How to turn every purchase into free money. I've made over £2,700 on this site over the past couple of years, and I want to share that with you. I'm going to talk you through how I go about making that money, how we didn't have to do anything extra. We're spending the money anyway. It takes about an extra 30 seconds on each purchase. And there are ways you can speed that up even faster, and I'll show you exactly how to do that in this video. So stay tuned. So the problem with traditional saving and budgeting is it's hard. You know, budgeting's hard, cutting expenses is hard, what you cut, what you trim, things to kind of watch what you're spending. It's just really, really difficult. You know, most advice tells you to spend less, you know, and save more. But this, what we're going to talk through here, is quite the opposite. It means you spending the same amount of money, but effectively getting a discount on what you're spending through a series of retailers. We're talking about cashback, online cashback. Now, the site we're going to focus on at the moment and on this video is around Quidco, but there are a number of different alternatives which we'll paste some links down below. But this is the main focus of this video is particularly around Quidco. Hello. So here we are on the Quidco site, Quidco.com. Go to the home page. Here we are on the Quidco site. We hit the home page, Quidco.com. It gives us a couple of options to sign in if we're not a member, or to sign up. And just some stats that they're quoting here on the home page. So they're talking about 10 million plus members, £500 million in cashback, average member earnings of £300 per year, and of course being secure, private and safe, as you would expect really. In terms of sign up options, we've got the standard ones. We've got sign in with your email and your own password, and then we've got where we can use third party accounts. So we've got things like Apple, Facebook, Google, and even PayPal in there, and that just saves you if you don't want to set up a new username and password for them. So what I'm going to do is just sign in as myself. But if we were to do this, it would just prompt you, pick the account of your choosing, take it over to that site, authorize it, come back to Quidco, and you'd there would have your account to get started on Quidco. So we would sign in, and from there we would then get to be able to see the offers, see the detail of what the site's about. So on this home page, you tend to have a lot of the special offers, a lot of the site retailers that are paying good. For example, Sky is on there, some shares, some finance related bonuses, refer a friend of £45, and don't forget, if you sign up for the site, make sure you go to the referral link that's in the description, and that'll get you £20. So that's the important thing, is don't just go directly to Quidco, go through the referral link on the description on this video, and I'll pop it on the screen, and that will make sure that you get a head start on your account of £20. So just take a little look at some of these on offer. So a couple of breakdown ones on here are AC, for example. Some of the rates, so if yearly policies, I think these are, you know, depending on your policy, depends on the amount of the cash back. So anywhere between 110 and 150, you're going to get £40 back. The lower end of the scale is £25, which is still pretty good. So £25 off your £110 payout. Some of the wide range of retailers on here, we've got things like electricals. We don't generally tend to pay a huge amount, but if you're buying them anyway, it's always worth checking them out. Say anything with a contract, the likes of Sky TV, Virgin Media used to do some really good payouts. So it used to be around, at times, £100 plus for taking up a new contract with them, and then you would also get a better price on your package deal as well. So it's worth keeping an eye out for these. So it's a little bit of a special offer here. Certain bundles you get a £40. You know, some of the things, the special offers are only available to so many people. So the first come, first served. Things, for example, on there like broadband, free broadband. Say anything under the contract. Mobile phones over there, £67. One of the ones that I purchased was a SIM card only deal. It was through Smarty, it was called, and that had £8 cashback on, which I'll show you in a minute. It doesn't seem like a lot, but that was my first month for effectively free. Some of the other things that are on there, they have some really good tools around insurance and car insurance, because they're backed by, or they're owned by the same people that own Money Supermarket and Money Saving Expert. It's the Money Group they're called. They have a search engine facility. So if you go into the insurance and you're looking at car insurance, they tend to pay these, pretty quickly. So for example, I think the vehicle insurance will take you out to a vehicle comparison site. That's basically a rebranded version of the Money Supermarket site with a Quidco logo on. And you get access to all the comparisons on there. And say, these tend to pay out a little bit faster. It's also worth looking at, if you are looking at, say, car insurance renewal, sometimes go directly to the renewal, directly to the site, look at the price on there, and then come and look on here and see if they've got a referral fee. So you can only get that referral fee comes off your, ultimately will come off the total price of your insurance renewal. So there's a lot of things on there. So let's have a little look at my account activity. So I told a little fib before. I said I've been paid 2,700. It's 2,693. So we're a little bit short, but I'm hoping I can get the £6.30 in the next couple of weeks to top that up. So let's have a little look. So in terms of what's being tracked, you can see some of the activity. Bank referral for opening a new account doesn't cost anything. £35, really good payout on this one. This is me opening up a new account as part of my current account switching, which I'll touch on in some other videos, but it's £35 on top of this account switching referral fee. Bought a new car, took the plunge, done that through Quidco online. So it just so happens when I checked on this site, they were paying quite good, which is quite a lot for Quidco, but when considering it as a percentage of your total price of the car, it's only a small amount. And then the car insurance that'll later followed on as well. So let's just take a look what this looks like when it actually comes to making a purchase. So we're talking a lot about what the prices are and stuff, but what does it mean? What does it do? So you're looking to buy something from Argos, for example. You list all the cashback deals. So you're looking at buying some toys, 5%. Doesn't matter which one of these links you click on. It could be any of these blue links here on the side. Or we click on this get cashback site. What it's going to do is give you this referral page, which is saying yes, you've been referred from Quidco to Argos, and then you're on the Argos site, and you just make your purchase as you would normally on the Argos site, and that's the same for all of the retailers on there. Really, you go through, you make your purchase directly with Argos. Nothing to do with Quidco, apart from the fact they've tracked you going from being signed in on the Quidco site, going to Argos, making a purchase, and then you would get your percentage in there. So just to jump back to the site, just to show you what it looks like when you're tracking. Yes, we looked at some of the states. So the states that they go into, you talk about, confirmed, tracked. So tracked means when you first do it gets tracked, and then you have to confirm it. So obviously make sure you're not doing things like either cancelling the purchase after you've received the confirmed payment from Quidco. That's why it takes so long, because they need to make sure it's genuine, it's not fraudulent. You could be buying stuff, returning it to the retailer, taking the cash back and being a couple of quid up. and same for some of them other services as well. So they have this period of almost due diligence where they have to make sure that things are genuine. So that's where they then move to the confirmed state, and when they're in a confirmed state, they show up in your balance, and then when you get a certain amount, there's no minimum payment, I don't think, and then you're able to withdraw the amount into your account, whether that's a bank transfer or things like a PayPal transfer as well. So I think that's as much as the site there is to see, really. It's really straightforward, and I would just say, have a look at what pages you've got coming up, especially if you're looking to move house. This is a really good one to get a little bit of extra cash in. What's a really expensive time when it comes to moving house? You can get £200 back easily just from switching things like utilities, insurance, to new providers, for stuff that you're going to have to do anyway. So take a look at this and see. So hopefully that's been interesting for you. So, taking a look at the site, we've given you the background on it, we've hopefully got you signed up, got you excited about how you can go and earn your own extra little bit of money. And I'll pop a referral link down below in the channel description. Please jump on that and subscribe, and with that you will get £20 bonus, topped up in your account to start with. So straight away you'll have £20. A little bit of that comes to me as an affiliate link, and that's just being honest. But yeah, it's £20 in your account to get started through following that link. And this is a really good thing to get up and running. It's literally free money. You talk about my total amount, to £2,700. That's come over a good number of years. It's something I've always been a fan of this site, and I always go back to using it, at least once a week and stuff to get these regular payments. I would say, don't use it for purchases that you ain't going to make. Don't be looking at the site and going, oh, really like to jump onto this contract because they're paying out this amount, or this amount. Try and just stick to some of them things that you would have been purchasing anyway. Where this site comes in really, really handy, if you're ever moving house or moving flat, for example, where you have to maybe change energy suppliers, pay good fees, change your insurance, cut one insurance off your home insurance, have to take up a new home insurance at the other end, pay really well. TV providers, if you're still in the realm of looking at Virgin or Sky, it's often worthwhile to cut off one contract in your old property and then start up a new one with a referral. TV contracts, also handy if they're paying really well, to maybe even cut off your existing contract when it's coming to an end after the end of the minimum term, and then sign up again in your partner's name is another one you can do. People talk about cashback sites. One of the biggest flaws with them is the tracking. Yes, sometimes the tracking can be a little bit hit and miss. Sometimes you will see transactions on your account saying tracked, and then unfortunately it'll say it's kind of not tracked. And that's down to making sure that you follow the instructions that they suggest. But every now and again you do get the odd one that doesn't track, but you can quite often raise a claim against it through Quidco, and they will investigate it. And then if you can give proof of that the purchases were made, they will credit the amounts to your account. The delays, is often another thing that's cited with some of these sites. Yes, they take a while, but again, as I said, you're making the purchases anyway. You're going to buy them. What's the harm in having to wait? If it means, every 6 months you're able to pull out, 50, 100, 150 pounds, that's okay with me. That's fine by me. So again, have a look at the site, have a look at the referral link down below, jump on and sign up, and put some extra money in your pocket. So thanks for getting this far, and hope to see you soon. Thanks very much. Bye.